Hello, my dears and my darlings. Happy birthday, June 30th, babies. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, whatever time it is, whatever date it is that you are stumbling upon this video. This is a message for the next 24 hours from whenever you happen to see this. So we're going to ask for a message here for the general collective for the next 24 hours. Let's see what we have coming up here. One more shuffle. We'll get right on into it. Alrighty. So the card that we have is the Page of Swords. Now, Page of Swords can come up in a few different ways. Traditionally speaking, the court cards are often seen as a person coming into a situation or an aspect of ourselves. So the Page of Swords could traditionally be a younger, youthful, sometimes immature air sign person, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. If we have air sign placements, it could definitely be an aspect of ourselves or like focusing on that area of our life. The Page of Swords can also be a card that comes up when we're being encouraged to gather information or to speak up. Okay. So, gathering information. Sometimes Page of Swords comes up to remind us that when it comes to things like manifesting, we need to get out and we need to do the footwork. Okay? Like, oh, I wish I could have a car, or I wish I could find a place. And it's good to manifest it, but you will be surprised at how quickly sometimes things fall into place if you make a couple of appointments and you go and you look at um apartments or studios or office spaces or test drive different cars. Like if you just get out there and you start to try things on, you'll be surprised how quickly things fall into place sometimes. And I've shared a couple of stories with you guys in the past of situations where I didn't think I was going to get approved for something, and God, universe, angels pulled some strings for me and made some wonderful things fall into place. So sometimes the Page of Swords comes up to say, just get out there. Just start looking. Just start trying things out, and you'll be surprised how quickly things will fall into place. Instead of just like waiting for it to fall from the sky or saying, "Oh, I'm trying to manifest this right now." Put some footwork here and go and do some research and see what's out there. Try some stuff out. Page of Swords, as I said, could also be sometimes I see this coming up when we're being encouraged to speak up. We might be in a situation where we're avoiding it or we don't want to say something, but the lesson here might be to speak up and to speak our truth, and to give ourselves permission to ask for what we want, to be clear about what we want, to speak up in the small moments before things become out of hand, or we ignore something and it builds and builds and builds and builds, to speak up in the moment. So if any of you are feeling like kind of discouraged right now because you feel like your feelings don't matter or you feel like people just don't seem to care how you feel, start by just making small declarations to the universe in your everyday life. If you're with somebody and a song comes on and you really can't stand that song, feel free to say, "Hey, do you mind if we turn the station? Do you mind if we listen to something else?" Uh, Lunch plans, dinner plans, do you mind if we have this instead or have that instead, or I'm allergic to this, or oh, that makes I can't have that, or I'd prefer this, or feel free to speak up. Speak up in the little things. Speak up in the little things because that's like one small little way that you're shifting the energy and giving yourself permission to want something, or giving yourself permission to speak in a way that honors your opinions or your preferences or your desires. Like, hey, these are valid, these deserve to be heard, or I have a right to ask for these things. It can be in those very simple things. Also, sometimes I see Page of Swords come up when we need to be cautious online. Okay, I've seen this card come up so many times in situations where there's somebody that might be creating a fake profile online, and it could look very convincing, it could look very legit, but a fake profile where they're coming in and they're trying to get information about you. It could be an ex, it could be a frenemy, it could be someone who just doesn't have anything better to do with their life. It could be a coworker who's jealous of you in some way or feels threatened by you in some way. It could be so many different scenarios and motivations, but there could just be someone trying to gather information at this time. So be cautious what you're posting online. Be very cautious what you're sharing with people in your private messages, in your DMs. Sometimes I know it can feel safe to tell a lot of secrets to somebody that you feel is far removed from the situation. You're like, well, it's kind of like an anonymous confession booth because they don't know me and they don't know the people. Meanwhile, you could very well be talking to somebody who you know very well in person. And so sometimes the Page of Swords, to me, I've seen it happen a lot of the times. It's coming up as like somebody trying to gather information about you online, even sometimes stooping to the low of creating fake accounts. So be careful and be cautious of this. Be careful what you're sharing with people and what you're putting on social media. Maybe it's not a good idea to post things in real time, right? Like I'm with my friends and we're playing miniature golf right now, or we're at the bowling alley right now, or checking in and where you're having dinner and drinks, or I'm at this park or I'm at this festival. Like maybe you want to take the pictures and all that stuff and then wait until you've left the place before you post everything online and tag people and check into places. You can share your life online, but maybe don't put it in a situation where if there are people who are drama, or if there are people who like to make issues or problems, or are all up in your business, maybe don't announce to the whole world where you are right now. Like, this is where I am right now. If you want to create drama, if you want to start drama, or if you want to follow me around and spy on me, here's where I am. Maybe don't hand it to them on a silver platter. You can still share about your life, but as I said, maybe not doing it in real time. So there's different ways that this card comes up. I tried to go over the different ways because I know that you all aren't going to have the same exact situation, but some things to consider for you here in the next 24 hours. I feel for the majority of you, it's going to be about speaking up and speaking your truth. Speaking up and speaking your truth. Page of Swords can also be research, learning about something. It could be writing, telling your story, telling your truth, and gathering information. Some of you may be gathering information because you're preparing to embark in a significant new chapter in your life and you're wanting to set yourself up for success. I do feel that for some of you, um, I'm hearing work to improve communication or style of communication. And this could apply in a career setting, in friendships, in love life. Some of you may be feeling like you're embarking on this journey to, reach certain career goals or advancements, or, a certain relationship milestones, or friendships. And at the heart, at the core, for some of you, it could be that maybe in the past it's been challenging, not necessarily because of a block, but because of communication. So those of you who are feeling like you're into self-improvement right now, or self-help kind of stuff right now, it might be a good idea to check out some material around communication and improving communication. Okay, because I feel there's a lot here in the throat chakra. So, my dears, if you want to check out the love readings for July, those are linked in the description of the video. If you want to schedule a private reading with me, there's a link in the description of the video that will take you to calendly.com/amethystangellite, and you can you can schedule a private reading with me there. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Oh, those of you that still wanted to donate to the summer reading program for the low income children. I will have the link to the wish list from the teacher in the description of this video if you want to donate. Those of you who have already donated, thank you. I did check out and I noticed a lot of items weren't on there anymore. So thank you so much for those of you who already have donated. Thank you again so very much for everyone who watched the live readings that I did where I was pulling one card pulls for everybody or as many people as I could. And those of you who donated to me, I was not expecting that. I didn't even know I had super chat on my channel. I just all of a sudden saw it. I was like, oh my gosh. So thank you, those of you who've done that. I really appreciate it. I will be on doing live readings, one card pulls more often. If I didn't get to you this time, hopefully I'll get you next time. And I will announce it. I'll always announce it. And I'll try to do it like further ahead. I know this time I gave notice, but it was only a couple of days notice. So I'll try to do maybe like a week ahead of time, and I'll try to do different time zones because I know that even though I did it at a time now, that was good for both, kind of fairly good for both Pacific time and Eastern time. That's just in the US. I know a lot of you are overseas and it's like 2 in the morning where you are, or it's like, it's like middle of the day, or, depending on where you are. So I'll try to do different times. Maybe I'll stay up super late or wake up super early so that I can get the overseas people too. But I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you have a fabulous day ahead. We'll see you all tomorrow. Take care and be well, my dears.